But yeah, this is another thing that was like rage inducing, I think, for a lot of people. Sure, this seems impressive, but think of how ridiculously far China lags in funding wars in the Middle East, says Jeet here, writer for The Nation. China officially opens the world's tallest bridge, completing the project in under 4 years. I'm about to say something that a lot of people are going to consider to be a little xenophobic. There is an Ameribu element to Chinese culture that I low-key think is gauche.
Gauche.
Gauche. A little gaudy. Because this bridge is awesome, and it's an impressive feat of engineering, and I love that. But I'm going to say something that people are going to get mad about. Hear me out. The color of the bridge is not what I'm talking about. The restaurant is cool. All that stuff is cool. It's the fucking waterfall, dude. It's just like, it's a bit much. That's it. And do I care if America was doing this and they put a fucking kind of lame waterfall underneath it? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. I'd be like, at least we got a nice piece of infrastructure, right? I think it's very Chinese in the sense that like they do this thing. They do this thing a lot where they'll just like build something so grand, so spectacular, and then they'll just like slap on some unnecessary bells and whistles on it. They love that shit. It's just something I've noticed. Japan mogs China in this field? I don't think so. I think China loves its decorations. They love their decorations. They really do. I think it's a little tacky. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little tacky. I've noticed this in the cars as well, in the cars that they put out there with all the fucking bells and whistles that the cars have, and I'm just like, this seems unnecessary. They have a similar attitude about like tackiness that Americans do. I will say. Like, this is so dumb. But you hate brutalism. Make up your mind, but you hate brutalism. The older I get, the more I appreciate brutalist architecture. I used to hate brutalist architecture with a passion. And the older I have gotten, the more I found myself appreciating brutalist architecture, especially like because I'll sometimes see the like cool, like I think there's like a French communist headquarters and stuff. Like there are a lot of like eco brutalist architecture, for example, that's super sick. I don't know, bro, you were glazing this last year. I guess we all grow. Has he switched from trains to bridges, chat? No, I just love infrastructure. I've talked about this before. It's not like trains, bridges. I've talked about this when my brother made me go off-roading, and like the thing that I found to be incredible was imagining how they put those fucking like massive pylons or whatever they're called that take energy from dams and then bring it all the way to the cities. Like, I love infrastructure of all sorts. Obviously in America, a lot of the infrastructure that we have is kind of ass because it's all like highways and it's all just like highways and parking lots and shit. But yeah, the transmission towers, like I think about how difficult it must be to build those transmission towers and put them on top of like these mountains. You know what I mean? I think it's awesome. It's like man overcoming nature in some ways. And I think that's very cool. That's what we're here to do. It would be nice if we also were more careful and considerate to the environment in the process and find ways in which we can coexist. Yeah, infrastructure is dope. Have you seen Iranian brickwork apartment buildings? Yes, those are sick. Those are also sick. Anyway, the craziest aspect of this, of course, is that this bridge was like the cost of this bridge is like 3 months of like ICE budget or something. I think it was like $400 million, which is so fucking annoying when you think about it. Yeah. They made it for like 400 million or $300 million or something like that. And it's just like, when you hear stuff like that, how can you not feel? How can you not feel like we're getting lapped, dude? How can you look at this situation and not go, come on, brother, we got nothing. We got nothing, dude. We got nothing. We're just getting scammed. America is just a nation state of scammers that are constantly trying to fuck one another over. Does it not surprise anybody? Does it not like confuse anybody? If you're if you're maybe like a China skeptic, fine, sure, whatever, right? Do you not look at this and go, why don't we have anything like this? When's the last time you've seen an American project like this that wasn't like a $400 quintillion stadium that had to pave away an underserved community so that they could put fucking parking lots because we don't have any fucking public transit in these major cities? So you have to have a car reliant infrastructure, which means you have to literally fucking open up new parking lots so that people can go and sit in traffic for 3.5 hours when they go to like a massive event. And it's also privately owned and it's slapped with stickers all over it. Are you referring to this, bro? Oh my God, I saw this. There's so many TikToks like this where they'll be like, this is a random tier 4 city. Let's take a look at what it looked like in 2000. This is like reverse Israel, by the way. This is unironically, this looks like the reversed video of what Israel did to Gaza. Straight up. They'll be like, hey, this was a tier 4 city with no infrastructure whatsoever. Let's take a look at what happened between 2003 and 2025. And I'm like, how is that possible, bro? How? Ankara'da yaparız bunları, başkanımız yapar. Erdoğan, peace. Bringing back nature, although I will say China needs to work on keeping their wildlife from dying out like the giant salamander. I think they're making, I mean, they're fucking super pragmatic about a lot of stuff. But one thing they have done that I've seen at least is like they do a lot of like green initiatives around the desert in an effort to make the surrounding areas of the desert like more habitable. So they do plant a lot. Like they are really invested in reforestation initiatives all over. Someone in the chat said tofu forests. Tofu forests, copium. We can't do this in America because there's no profit margin. Yeah. Bro, it just keeps going. It just keeps going, man. The West is only good at making and protecting pedophiles and bombing shit. No, that's not even true. Like, the West, for a... What's up, dog killer? This guy said, I am a dog killer. Yani otizmliyi mi tasarlamıyorsun? That's crazy, man. All right. I think he's confusing me with the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirsty Noem. Yeah. Or maybe he was talking about how I fucking eat them dogs, okay? I'm a hot dog killer. That is true. I fucking down those shits. I down them. I am the glizzy gobbler. Anyway, I don't know how we fucking got to China here. I just, let's get back to how everything is shitty.